Good morning, Taco Bell.
No. Good morning, Miami. It's Saturday morning. We are getting coffee. I will be getting a skinny latte with like non-fat milk and sugar-free syrup. And Kevin will
Look
be
at how
getting
exciting you
Fatty McFatterson drink.
Free drink.
Ugh. So yesterday he ate. What did you? You had your 1,200 calorie smoothie.
No, it's a little bit less now. It's
Your
probably
1,000 calorie smoothie.
probably a little less than that, but yes. Okay.
That whole bowl I made you. You ate the whole thing, right?
Yes.
And I gave you a lot. And then the second half of my salad from Whole Foods and a piece of pizza. And he lost like a pound.
Lost half a pound, yes. Because I think my smoothie realistically is closer to 800 now. So realistically, I think I ate right around 2,000 calories yesterday, which is
good. And you lost weight.
Well, I lost half a pound from the middle of the day to now.
I ate 2,000 calories. That would be like death. Look at this. And then sugar-free, non-fat.
Now, to be fair, this is coconut milk, which is
a little healthier, yeah. But it's got all that syrup.
There's no syrup in there.
Mocha.
Oh, right. A little bit.
And then delicious.
That's all over the place. They just poured the extra stuff right on top, so it's like 100% coffee.
Don't usually do things like this on our vlog because our vlogs are usually just like, what are we doing every day? But I wanted to tell like the story of how I got into photography and how I got to where we are now. In high school, 10th grade, there was a rumor that, not really a rumor, I guess, but that if you took Photography 101, it was a really super easy A. And I was all about that. I was like, I want them easy A's and I want to get the hoo-ha out of here. It was a film class, so there was, you had to have your own film camera, and I got it from like my grandma. It's from a camera from like the 60s or 70s, and you would develop your own stuff. And I remember taking pictures of my friend Carly and just being not into it. I'd be like I'd take a picture of like a rose bush and be like, okay. And, my composition was bad, my exposure was bad, and I would take pictures of my friend, and I was just not into it. I was like, just stand over there, click, okay, come on, don't want to do this. And it wasn't until that same semester we were doing a essay project, and the girl on the computer next to me, we were just kind of chit-chatting, and she was on DeviantArt because we had to use photo examples from other photographers. She was like, look at this photo, it's just so nice. And I looked at it with her, and it was in black and white, and it was a simple photo, but it was a good one. And something in my brain, it was like, whoa, 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 and was like, first of all, what's DeviantArt? Because I have to get on it. And I'm really interested in photography suddenly. So I went home, I dug in my parents' drawers, and we had a digital camera. So this was 2003 or 2004. Old Olympus camera, digital, 2 megapixels. And I just went home and took a bunch of like self-portraits. I did take photos of objects, but for some reason I really wanted to take photos of people. And so, I was the only child, didn't have a car at the time. So like my friend's house weren't easily accessible. So I just took self-portraits when I was alone in my house, and they were cringeworthy, obviously. But I felt really passionate about it, and I would get compliments on them, on DeviantArt and in real life, and I really liked it. Cut to next year, 11th grade, I took photo 102 or whatever it was called. It was like more advanced, and we used color film instead of black and white, and I absolutely freaking loved it. I was like in my element. I was like, oh yeah, I made some friends in the class. It was really, really good time for me. Still cringy with the photos though. Like not like not really advancing on cringe, but still taking lots of photos. Finally taking more photos of friends, not just myself. So I really liked that because I actually had models to take photos of. Senior year of high school was, it's kind of like a turning point. You're deciding what you want to go to college for, what you want to do for the rest of your freaking life, which should not be in the hands of your 17/18-year-old brain, but whatever. And I was grappling with, should I go to school? I knew I wanted to go to art school. And I didn't know if I wanted to go to school for photography or graphic design. And a lot of people were pushing me towards graphic design because it was an actual like job that you would have in an office, and you would be paid with money. So I did Running Start, which I don't know if a lot of people know. Some people might know what that is. It's like you take college classes while you're in high school. And I did a graphic design class, just to be serious. And I think it was like, I don't know if my mom said this or something, but she was like, if you take the graphic design class, you can take a photo class. So I took a photo class to be fun. And this was like college photo class. So it was just even more. And we had actual like themes and stuff. Like the high school stuff was really lax and like, oh, whatever. This was more like critiquing and putting your work out in front of people and people saying good and bad things about it, and then getting your stuff possibly put on display in the hallway. So I really, really liked that. And this was when I was super using models, getting more interested in lighting instead of just willy-nilly. And yeah. And in the end, I decided to go to school for graphic design because I really felt like there was a job there. I've been told lots of times that being a photographer isn't really a job. So I go to art school, I'm doing graphic design, and it's just okay. I don't feel passionate about it. A lot of people around me in the classes knew way more about like graphic design and just drawing and just anything, like everything else. I felt like I was just not in it. And so I switched my degree to photography. I finally got a digital SLR. This was my first digital SLR ever. It was like a Canon Digital Rebel T2i or something. It was whatever. It was good for what I needed at the time. I think I even got like a second lens. I think my dad got it for me for like Christmas or something, and it was like it like zoomed further in, and I was just like, oh, this is like, oh gosh, I was totally in love. And then it just kind of photography just dropped off. I don't remember why. Like there was nothing. I think it was just like, I need to make money. I need to get a job. There's other things I need to do. And I didn't really market myself as a photographer very well. Like, I did like baby portraits and stuff like that for my friends. Some people asked me to their wedding and I said no and I'm really glad I did because that would have been really bad. But I wasn't getting paid for anything and I didn't know how to do it and I didn't know how to ask and blah, blah, blah. So I just stopped. I worked in an office. I moved to Portland for a bit. I moved back here. I was in a relationship for a couple years, and during that I just didn't do anything. And during that relationship, I discovered cosplay, and that kind of maybe filled that missing hole a little bit. Yeah, and then I met Kevin in the midst of my cosplayness, and we started going out, and after about a little over a year of dating, he was going to go to Anime Expo with me. Now, Kevin had a digital SLR, and that was just because he wanted one. He wasn't super into photography. He just kind of liked taking pictures of stuff, and it was nice to have a nice camera. We had just launched Elite Cosplay. It was brand new. We had no idea what the hoo-ha we were going to do with it. I was going to cosplay at Anime Expo, and Kevin was going to go around and take pictures for like a blog or like a con coverage. Things happened. I couldn't finish my cosplay in time. I was freaking devastated, like crying at like 4 a.m. We were supposed to leave for LA at like 6 a.m. and I hadn't slept, and I just crawled into the bedroom and Kevin's sleeping and I'm like, it's not getting done. I can't do it. Like just like miserable. And he got up and he was like, listen, maybe, you have this photographic background, maybe you should just go to the con and take photos. And that just wasn't an option for me. I remember thinking, no, I want to cosplay. This is, Rebecca was cosplaying. We were going to do like a group cosplay. And so she was going to get upset. And I knew that. And I was just like, I don't want to do this. anyways, we had to go. I had the tickets. We had the hotel. We gotta go. So I took Kevin's. We took to Kevin's digital SLR. It was like a Sony. I can't even remember what kind it was. And I was just, I went and I was taking some photos, and a couple of them had turned out really nicely for the situation, which was like a 2-minute. Hi, can we go over here and take a photo? And so Kevin goes, if let's talk about this. Is this something you kind of want to keep doing? And this was, after like just 5 hours of being at a con taking photos, and Kevin's looking at me and going, are we gonna be cosplay photographers now? Like, that's how fast it was. And I think it's just because he knew I had a background in photography, and he felt like I was doing really well, and blah blah blah. So the Nikon D800 had just come out, and Kevin was like, I'm gonna go get this D800. You couldn't get it anywhere, like everybody had it sold out. So he got on a bus in LA and bused to like the closest mall, and I'm at, the con taking pictures with the Sony. Even this guy even came up to me and was like, you taking photos with the Sony? Like, who cares what brand the camera is? Get out of my face, guy. But they didn't have the Nikon D800, but Kevin got the D7000, which is like a smaller version. And we took photos, and it was a lot crisper. It's just a newer, Kevin's camera was kind of old. And it just kind of clicked for me again. It was like, oh, those past, 3 years where I was just completely neglecting this, it's finally back. I'm here again, and I felt that feeling that I had felt years ago, and it felt really good. We got home from Anime Expo, we returned the D7000, got the D800, which is what we've been using. We use a D800E. We have a D800 as a backup. But that's what we've been using since 2012. And yeah, it just kind of spiraled and exploded, and now we're here in August 2016. I'm really glad that it happened, that I didn't finish my cosplay, even though Rebecca was mad at me, and I was super upset and super depressed that I wasn't experiencing the con that I wanted to. But if that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be taking photos now, probably. I don't know. It was just a lot of happiness, and Kevin kind of brought it back for me. He definitely is the one that pushed and encouraged, because I'm usually like, no, it's okay, don't worry about it. Like, it's okay, just forget it. So yeah, and I'm really happy he did that, because I really like what we're doing, and I really like the people we've met through photography and the people we're gonna meet in 2017 and such. So that's my photo story. If you want to know any more, you can ask, because there's a lot, but that was as good as I could get. This is going on for 13 minutes now. But yeah, it's been a long time, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed that story. We are on our way to our favorite pho place to meet Carmen and Dale, eat some pho, and then go play some games. And luckily enough, our favorite pho place is like 3 blocks away from us.
And their favorite pho place too.
It's also their favorite pho place.
We're not making them come.
It's freaking magic pho. It's cold today in terms of summer, so I just felt like pho. Doing reach now again?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of failing right now because it's refusing to lock. It's like, let's go
So it won't lock?
again. Yeah.
Again?
Again.
Yeah, it never locks for you. You should just get the member card.
Does it cost extra for the member card?
Lock.
And lock.
Boom.
Okay. Let's just get some food as I call them.
And
no.
yell at them and
I
be
know,
like,
they're like, hey,
lock
kid."
the damn door.
I'm done.
What is this chair?
I think I'm gonna need a new chair.
It's beautiful.
About 4?
Best ever. Boop, boop. Curry.
Curry.
Watch out. I see it. Oh, we got him. Get him in the position. Hit the on it.
Yeah, I got it. Ah, I just. Ah.
Oh, you're shooting him though.
Oh,
Yes, nice. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? How did we even kill him?
Because I was shooting at him.
Goodbye, Holly.